Hey there, hi there, ho there, welcome back. I just wanted to give you a quick tour around my apartment now that it is all decked the halls for the holiday season. So I'm gonna kind of go over where I got some of the stuff, a lot of the stuff I've had for a while, and then always check out the hidden Mickeys. They're gonna be everywhere. So I will catch you on the flip side. Hi there, Arlie. All right, so when you enter into the apartment, oh, isn't she a beauty? We'll get to her here in a second. So on my left, you will see my jewelry tree. So my jewelry tree actually was made by my mom. It is a tradition in our family. My grandmother had one, my mom had one, and then I got mine probably 20 years ago, something like that. So yeah, this is actually my jewelry. You'll see a lot of Mickey stuff in here. Some of it is my mom's. There's another Mickey right there. Some of it's my mom's, some of it is my grandmother's. There's a, wow, there really is. Like there's another Mickey there. I also was really obsessed with Precious Moments. And then of course, there is my favorite picture of the three of us. And then of course you have, I love my globe earrings. Like I truly remember where I got all of this, or like what outfit I wore with it. The globe earrings though are kind of funny because like who actually would, like only children of the 80s would wear globe earrings. Who are we kidding? I would still wear a globe earring. So that is my jewelry tree that I absolutely love. I do need to do a little more hot glue, get that one back up there. And then of course you've got, I mean, look at those. Like even as a child, I wore not only Mickey, but like I loved a big hoop. Then we got Arlie trying to tell me like, I need to go out, I need to go out. And so then you have my like mermaid, seriously, do you hear it? I have like my mermaid sequin. And this actually, because I'm just extra like this actually stays up all year long. But yeah, you can actually see where it's like the mermaid sequin. So yeah, that little silly thing hangs up the whole time. And then we have my entry table. My entry table I actually got at home when I moved into the apartment. My nutcracker is from HomeGoods. The Fa La 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 sign is from Hobby Lobby. The feather tree is from At Home. My pink candy dish is from TJMaxx. Sunglasses, I'm going to show you. Check them out. I have a lot of sunglasses from there. I get all of mine from QVC, but they're all that Jamie Foxx brand. And then does anybody else have the little fancy container of masks these days? Here's my favorite mask. Do you see that one? That one never ever gets worn. I think I've worn it maybe twice, so rarely. And then these are my absolute favorite ones. So kind of everything is that now. And then you have my advent calendar little thing. You kind of move the blocks around, which I love. I actually got that at a boutique in Florida. And then this baby here has quite the story. Every year growing up, I actually grew up right next door to my grandma. And so every year growing up, my grandmother actually, I kind of knew when she had decorated for Christmas because she hung this Rudolph that looked very similar to this outside on her front door. And so I knew when that Rudolph had gone out, then I knew that she had completely decorated everything inside. So this is actually her Rudolph, only it looks nothing like what it was. My grandmother did everything very country chic, red, green, kind of quilted pattern. And so I undid hers. Inside there, it was nothing but hose, like stockings, like pantyhose. And so I thought that was hysterical. So actually inside mine, inside there is my grandmother's pantyhose. So I took the shell and material I got at Joann's. This is actually one of those little fuzz balls that are on a keychain. Then I did the felt eyes. I got big, huge buttons. And then there is the bow. You're gonna see lots of these. I got all of these at Michael's. And then the antlers are like a suede fabric that I sewed, and then yeah. So yes, I actually made my Rudolph. And so every year when I put my Rudolph up, it makes me very, very happy. The door to the Mickey room. Yes, I actually have a Mickey room. You can tell it's the door to the Mickey room because there's the Mickey. Is an ornament wreath that I made, and it actually, I made this like 2 years ago. Turned out much, much larger than I planned. So there's actually a white wreath underneath it. And then all of the ornaments were the big buckets, you know, where you can get a whole bunch of them and design different ones. So one of the buckets was from Michael's. The other bucket is from, where was it from? Oh, TJMaxx. The ribbon I've had for like 20 some odd years from, oh, where was it from? Joann's. And so I've just kind of redone it over the years. This ribbon, the white one with the polka dot, actually came from Hobby Lobby, and then I have like the little kind of like pearly looking stuff. Those are from Michael's, and then this is just hot glued, lot of hot glue I went through doing that one. Then, so here in kind of the living room, yes, that is the Animal Kingdom Lodge video kind of music background. This tree I got from Michael's. The train I got from Kirkland's, I believe. I rarely go there. The smell of Kirkland's gives me a migraine, so I rarely ever go. I only go in there on good days. So I think the train came from Kirkland's. And then this candle is called Vanilla Gingerbread from Target. The vanilla gingerbread smells very similar to my mister that you're gonna see here in a moment. And it is one, I'll explain a little bit more later, but they're not the same, but they go together. And then over here you have my nativity set. The plant is actually, was given to me during my grandmother's funeral, so I think it's amazing that after all these years it actually is still alive. And so it's kind of just a little thing for her. So you have my joy sign, the candle, and then I've actually had this nativity set since I can remember. I mean, I actually think I had it like maybe when I was 16, 17, somewhere along in there. I've had this nativity set forever. Then you have the center. This came from At Home. I added some picks and things into it from Michael's. Lights are from Michael's. The candles are like 20 something years old, so I have no idea where I got those. And then you have mine and Bugaboo's stockings. Both of those came from TJMaxx about 8 years ago. And then another mermaid, only I don't really like that pink. As much as I love pink, I don't really like that pink right now. So we do kind of the rose gold one that's up there, treats for the munchkin if he ever decides to start behaving himself. And then here is kind of the mister I was talking about. So the peacock came from At Home. Yes, I was obsessed with her last year. Like, I searched high and low, finally found her and walked around with her forever. My mother will, you know, agree with those comments. I do. I find random things at those stores and I'm like, it's mine. And then I proceed to carry it around with me like a little baby. This is from some random store. I honestly couldn't even tell you anymore. I literally did a search for like rose gold misters. And then the mist that is in it is from the Magic Candle Company, and it's called Floridian Christmas. So it's supposed to be like the Grand Floridian, which is the smell of like vanilla and gingerbread. So that's why we have the other candle from Target that is the vanilla gingerbread one. And I don't go to Target often. I hate to say that, but I just don't. And so I don't know how many they have. I don't know if that's a this year only kind of thing. That tree there is from Hobby Lobby. Then you have my mirrored table. My mirror table I've had for like 8 years. You'll see a lot of things I had for 8 years, because about 8 years ago things kind of went in the love department and we just had to get all new stuff. This was not this color. This was actually like a sage green color, I want to say. And so I spray painted it black. Then, like everything else I do, I hot glued on just some little pretty stuff. Got to make it pretty. And then for this one, the sled is from At Home. The stuff inside I know came from Kirkland's, and then I just put like cinnamon sticks in there. That one little random sprig over there is from Michael's. The tree is from HomeGoods. That's another one of those items that I found and then had to walk around with it. Mine, mine, mine. Both of these actually. And then the Santa is from Michael's from about 4 years ago. He was my favorite. Look how cute he is. Look at that, look at that, look at that. Oh, love him, love him, love him, love him. And then the garlandy kind of stuff is also from Michael's. All right, in the kitchen, I'm very glam. I can't help it that I am just extra. It is what it is. So yes, I make my cabinet doors look like they're presents. The ribbon is very, very old from Joann's. You'll see that I actually reuse the same stuff. So sometimes this was on my tree, now it's wrapping my cabinets. I just kind of reuse the things. And then you'll recognize these are the same bows that's on Rudolph. I actually bought them over the course of like 2 years. I think it was 2 years I had the pink one, and then last year I got the gold. Because last year I finally decided to do the center. Until that I only did the two on the side. And you'll actually see that the pinks are different. Like this is more of a sequin, where that is more of a glitter. See the difference? Ooh, yeah, like I actually pay attention to that. So when I put them on, you'll see that on this side, they mirror each other because that's important to me. And then way, 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 way up high, you have the garland is from Michael's, and it is the light up garland. The gold tree, way, 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 I can't even reach up there, way up there. That gold tree is from Hobby Lobby. The sign is from Michael's, and the owl is from At Home. And then when you come around, you will see on the tops of all of my windows, there are ornaments. So the rope that is hanging, the rope is actually from Hobby Lobby. And then the ornaments are the same ornaments that you'll see everywhere. You'll see them on my tree, you'll see them just kind of scattered throughout. It's the same ones that are on the wreath. And then on the kitchen dining room table, another one of these things that my grandmother had were these angel trees that were all done with ribbon. So if you remember, I said she did everything kind of that very country, I grew up on a farm, the very country look. And so it was all like red, green, calico kind of things. And so I redid them. None of this is actually the same. And so the trees are just the cones that are styrofoam. And then you'll see all of the ribbon that are just remnants of ribbon. Yeah, because I just have remnants of ribbon laying around my house. So you'll have all these little remnants of ribbon. Yes, I have a speech impediment. And then the angels are actually picks that I got from Michael's. Aren't they cute? And they turned out so perfect. And so once again, just a little nod to my grandmother. I absolutely love the fact that my grandmother and this group of friends truly made like almost every single thing in their house. And so with that same kind of spirit, I feel like I kind of need to do some of those things ever so often. The garland is actually two different ones. Both of them are from Michael's. And then this year, yes, similar to the peacock, we had a deer that I found at Hobby Lobby and like walked around with it. He's mine, he's mine, he's mine. So there's my deer. I need to give her a name. Isn't she pretty? I mean, look, I mean, how can you not love a blush velvet crystalled sequined deer? How can you not love that? So I got it, ran home and told my daddy, got my first deer. Love her, love her, love her. All right, next up, the tree. The tree is by far my favorite. Absolutely my favorite. The tree is actually a brand new tree this year that my daddy got for me at Menards. I have been wanting this tree for like 3 years. I'm gonna get nice and close. So it is called a cashmere, I think it's cashmere fir tree, but I want you to look. They're sequined. They're not sequined, they're glittered. How can you not, right? I mean, look at that. Glittered. They're glittered. They're glittered. I mean, is that not amazing? Plus it's a 7.5 foot tree, which I love. So we're gonna start down at the very, very bottom. So the tree skirt is from HomeGoods, like 8 years ago. The gifts underneath are from a Gordman's that was actually going out of business like 7 years ago. The deer right here is from At Home. I just added kind of that little ribbon to make it look like it's scarf. There's Arlie. Oh, there he is. The sign is from Michael's. There's actually a fox under there. He's really, you see this? He's upset because the attention is not on him right now. Dude, okay, so you guys totally check out the, yeah, he's got a Mickey Holiday sweater. The fox underneath there is from Hobby Lobby. And then I've got several different types of ribbon. So you're gonna see the same ribbon that I've had for 20 years. There's the ribbon that I use on the cabinets. Then I have this fun that's just nothing but glittered ribbon. Lots and lots of picks. If it is a rose gold pick, it is from Michael's. If it is a silver pick, most likely it is from At Home. And then I just have some really, I've got some of the balls that you'll see from other ones. Then just some really interesting ones here and there. Lots of shoes, lots of high heels. You'll see there's another high heel right there. The poinsettias are from Michael's. Another high heel. Oh, there's a disturbance outside. The fur one I know came from Kirkland's because I got that the same time that I got the other stuff for Santa's sleigh. And so that is all there. Yep, there's a disturbance, one of my favorite ornaments. The pink dress, the hidden Mickeys that you'll see throughout here. He's gonna keep doing that for a second. Give me a moment. Sorry about that. The teacher and me just could not let that continue. And so you're gonna see all kinds of, the music note comes from At Home. He's getting ready to do it again, I'm telling you. This one I think also came from At Home. And then the mesh came from At Home. I actually cut it, which is why it has this, but I didn't like the really big look of mesh. I like kind of more the narrow look, and it's just chaotic, which is exactly what I like. It is completely chaotic. And then of course on top, I have a top hat. If you know me, you know I love my fedoras this time of year. So I have my top hat that I added on the kind of bedazzled ribbon there, and then I believe that little rose gold poinsettia is also from At Home, I believe. And you're gonna see there's the garland again that I did. The Noel pillow is from Hobby Lobby. The Arlie that likes to behave right here is also from Hobby Lobby. He also sings and dances around. So we don't do that too much because it kind of scares the other one. Do you see this? He's, yep, he's gonna pull something out. Let's see what he pulls out. He's trying. He's like, oh, I know I'm getting caught. All right, so over here, I have made the ribbons. You've got a different type ribbon here. You'll only find this one on the lamps. And then there's the bow again. The gnome I got at HomeGoods this year. The purple vase I've had for 8 years or more. And then inside of it are just a bunch of those little ones that are from the wreath. They were just left over from the wreath. And then I've got some light in there that hasn't turned on yet. I got some light in there from Michael's. Moving on to the tabletop. I told you he'd find something. Look at that. So you're gonna see that like most of his toys are actually like dogs that look like him, which I think is funny. All right, so I'm gonna over him. The tabletop, my MacBook cover that I get questions on is actually from a store from Etsy. Clearly we love it. So for my tabletop, you'll see it's literally just the leftover stuff. So more of the pine cones that were from that the stuff from Kirkland's. The little baubles are the leftover ones. This here is from HomeGoods. I've had it for years, another random high heel ornament. This tree I actually got this year from HomeGoods. It reminded me of my grandma. The candle, that particular candle came from World Market, actually. And then the little rose gold flowers are actually from one of these sprigs, and I just cut them off. And then you'll see I have another lamp that's been decorated the same way. This here this stays up all the time. As I said, I'm a little extra. It is nothing but sprigs and sprays from Michael's mainly. I think they all may be from Michael's. And yeah, that just stays up all year long. You got my ears hanging out in the chair. Got to get them all out ready. You always have to figure out your ears. Anybody else do that? You always have to figure out your ears. That is from Kohl's, random purchase from Kohl's. The mirror is very, very old. I think I even had the mirror as a kid, or my mother, maybe it's my mom. But they've repainted it, it's been gold, it's now silver. The wreath for it came from, I wanna say At Home. I added all the ribbon, and it's sharp. Like that sucker, it'll hurt. So you gotta be careful with that. Another thing that just stays up all the time, because yep, we're extra. And so all of those sprigs and sprays and everything, I don't know where those came from. My guess is probably Michael's. Then you have, I always wanted to have a dress tree, you know, the ones that, and I wanted to make it myself. And so many years ago, Charming Charlie's closed. I was very, very sad. And they knew me well. We'll just say they knew by name, they knew me well. So when they closed, the manager actually gave me the dress form, yeah, as a parting gift. She knew how much I would miss it. And then I actually change out. So since it's wintertime, she has on a shawl. In the springtime, she has on a scarf. There's my tramp. These are high and low all over Disney for the tramp, let me say. So then you have another tree. This tree I made, again, kind of based off my grandma inside, more, not hose this time. Thank goodness for that. But she had done, you can see it's quilted. So she had done one, again, in kind of her country chic colors. So the ribbon is mine, all the material and everything I did, but the angel, all the way up here, that little head was on my grandma's. And yes, her halo is crooked, because, you know, we're just being a little honest there. So that remains from my grandmother, and the hook behind it, if I can see it, the hook behind it actually is also from my grandmother's tree. And then the inside, the batting inside, is from my grandmother's tree. But the rest of it, I completely made. Now, there's not a lot of stuff in the bathroom, but there is a little. We're gonna have a real moment. There are my jeans hanging. Does anybody else hang my jeans? Hang their jeans? All right, so the mermaid actually hung in my grandmother's bathroom for years. So my grandmother passed away, and it was like, what do you want? I'm like, I want the mermaid. So I have the mermaid. All right, so these little terrarium things stay up all the time. So then during the holiday this year, I had some more. Remember I said I had a lot of these kind of left over, so they're just literally hanging around everywhere. So I've got those hanging right there. Then this gnome came from some little boutique. I went to one of those like conventions, clearly not this year. One of the boutiques, random one. I was like, ooh, because look at his hat. His hat has sequins. So, in case you can't tell, I love a sparkle. This tree came from, let me see, World Market. That's where this tree came from. This tree came from World Market. That's why I said most everything I get is from Hobby Lobby, Michael's, TJMaxx, HomeGoods, At Home. So when you get something that's not from there, it kind of throws me. All right, so this year for my mirror, we decided we actually have 2 garlands that are here from Michael's. I love them. I love just having that extra little bit of something right there. Into the bedroom we shall go. All right, yep, still playing. So in the bedroom, the door of my bedroom, I have this wreath tree, all made of ribbon. It's all kind of rose gold ribbon. Isn't that fun? Isn't that fun? Love that. I've been wanting to make one of those for a while, so we did. And then every year I always have to fix it, like right here. And it's literally just pinned in because it's just the foam wreaths. So it's pinned in. So that is that. And then we have one of my favorite parts of my bedroom right over here. All right, so here it is. Remember how I said I was wanting one of those dress trays? So last year, yeah, it was last year, because Charming Charlie's closed 2 years ago. So last Christmas, I found this little tabletop version at TJMaxx. So of course I kind of decorated her a little more. She's got a necklace, she's got a bow, she's got ornaments hanging. Of course she has her shoes, right? She has her shoes. And then this year I got this like lamp at Hobby Lobby. The sign I've had for, oh, there was early. The sign I've had for a while. I think the sign came from Michael's. The candle is again that gingerbread vanilla or vanilla gingerbread from Target. And then I got this. Isn't this fantastic? Look at that. Great. I got that like wreath kind of looking with a deer. And so I come from a family of hunters. And let's just say, if I'm gonna be hunting a deer, it's gonna be dipped in glitter with, you know, crystals surrounding it. Just saying, this is definitely more my style. So that kind of concludes my apartment, all of my decorating that I've done. So let me know your thoughts. If you have any questions about anything I got, feel free to ask, and I will catch you all later. Have a magical day. Bye.